G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and I've stuffed up. Remember this skinny Birdies Garden bed build that I did? Well, when I built them, I missed out a piece, and now I'm gonna have to fix it. Let's get into it. Did you see my last video? Well, so did Simon Bird, the owner of Birdies Garden Beds. So he sent me this email, said something like, "G'day Mark, hey, I watched your last video, it was really good. However, I noticed that your skinny raised garden beds are starting to bow out. You haven't put the last brace in the top of them. Was there a problem? Didn't I send you enough braces?" So I immediately started to think, did I have any spare parts left over from these garden beds? And then I spied them in the back of the shed. I had forgot to put them in. And I wrote back, I said, geez, you've got good eyes. Anyway, now I've got to fix it. You can see I've got a brace there, and one should go the third run down and prevent the top from splaying out. And it just adds to the overall strength of the beds. I just can't be bothered digging all the way down and disturbing the soil. Maybe I can get away with it by just taking the screws out and then just poking the bar through and hopefully lining it up and getting it through on the other side. So that's what I'm going to try first. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, and once I do that, I haven't put any plants in those other two garden beds yet, so not to be beaten, I'm going to sow 3 different types of beets. All right, here we go. I hope this thing doesn't just spin on the inside. There we go. Rightio, so far so good. I said I needed luck. There we go. And now let's see if we can push it through. I don't think this is going to work. No, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to dig, otherwise I'll be here for donkey's years trying to line that up. I was quite close, but it was never going to get there. There we go. Yep. That's it. Harder than I expected. Much harder. But we're getting there. If I can just get this on, I'll tighten it up with a thingy tool. Here we go. I think we're going to be able to do it. There we go. That's tight there. That's it. So now I'll just backfill. Simple as. Backfill it back in. Try not to ruin those leaves too much. Smooth that over and then back with the mulch, and you wouldn't even know. This one here is a bit closer, just to the side, so which means it's going to hit the root ball. So maybe dig more this side and then just peel it away. There's the roots coming through here. You can see them. See the little hair roots there starting to come through? That's from here. As long as I don't go crazy, I'll just take it easy. Hold on to that nut. Need the knockometer. Come on. Cool. Well, I tell you what, that was harder than I expected. I knew it was going to be a stuff around. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Wow, it's not that bad, I suppose. This is going to take me a good, probably 3/4 of an hour to do all of them. Maybe they won't all be as difficult as this. Let's hope not. Well, I got through it. It wasn't too bad. The last 2 beds were a lot easier than the first 2 because it didn't have any plants in it. There was a bit of bumping and shoving going on. It would have been so much easier if I had done it at the beginning when I was assembling the beds. I don't know why I missed out those ones on the top, but I guess I was in a hurry and I had other beds to assemble. I don't notice a heck of a big difference, to be honest. Yes, it's tightened them up at the top a little bit, but there really isn't a big deal. Anyway, now let's get into planting the beetroot. Well, we've got 3 types: Crimson Globe, Moulin Rouge, that's more of a purpley colour, that's more of the red, the crimson, well, obviously, and this Cinderella, it's more of a oblong cylindrical type. I think we'll be able to make 3 rows in those skinny 2 beds. So we'll plant them in their 3 groups. Just going to part the mulch. Now I'll part the middle. The mulch acts as a weed suppressant, and also it keeps the roots warm through this colder part of the year, and it also keeps the moisture in. And as it breaks down, it adds nutrition like nitrogen back into the soil. Let's start with the Moulin Rouge on, say, this first row. I'll sow them all the way along, and as they come up, if there's too many, I'll start thinning them out. We'll put the 2 purple ones on the ends and the crimson in the middle. It might just look quite nice. Crimson Globe next, and the Cylindria last. Alright, just a standard good potting mix, and then I'll just top it over the top. I'll put plenty of seed down, so my odds of having some come up at least are pretty high. If they all come up, we'll have baby beets until I have one about every 25 centimetres or so. Just a thin covering, about 1 inch to 1/2 inch, and then just pat them down. Probably 1 row at a time. I just use the back of my hand, firm those seeds down. And you want to keep these fellas damp, not sodden wet, but you probably have to water them every day in, you know, normal weather. And now I'm just going to give these fellas a good water in, simply because I've disturbed some of the soil around these beds, and that might have disturbed the roots as well with me bumping it. Probably won't hurt them, but it'll be good just to give a water in, just to settle the roots down again. The last thing I want to say is, full disclosure, these Birdies garden beds, I paid for them myself. I did give myself a 5% discount because I used my code, so that means I'm affiliatized, or I work with Birdies as an affiliate. So if you want to buy these types of products, you will get 5% off. Essentially, I share my commission with you guys. It's a 10% affiliate commission, but I've split it with you. So if you buy it, you get 5% and I get the other 5%. So that's how it works. And there's 3 places that you can get it from. Birdies here in Australia, if you're in Australia, New Zealand, and also through Kevin at Epic Gardening in the USA. And I believe he's just getting some stock in too in August. So now might be a good time to get into getting some Birdies beds if that's what you're after. Just remember, have a look at the code down below in the description. It'll show you the codes that you can use on checkout and you'll get that 5% discount. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big braced thumbs up. I don't know how I missed that, but that's gardening, isn't it? And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video around because that helps out beeps, heaps. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now.